Chew. Number one, like always, Chew. Yesterday somebody beat you to it, but man, you're back in style today. I appreciate you, brother. How you doing tonight, Chew? 83, what's up, buddy? You're on call until 6? Yeah. Yeah, Bob messaged me. He's got a big old hunk of gold he's gonna give up for the Gibby on Sunday, which I thought was super cool. He messaged me and took a picture of it and told me he was gonna give me that for the giveaway, which is completely awesome, man. Lots of support in this community. It's insane. Lots of support. I was actually when he messaged me, he's like, "Hey, I want to give you this for the Gibby," and I mean, me and Bob are pretty tight. We haven't talked a whole lot lately, but um, he's like, just because I'm like, that's super cool, man. Thank you. And he goes, "Hey, I was gonna do something. Just because we don't talk a whole lot doesn't mean anymore. It doesn't mean anything." Gold and silver is at an all-time high right now. Of course it is, Roger. We know this. We're stackers and gold prospectors, so everybody here does everything they can to get their metals for as cheap as possible. Oh, I know shipping's expensive, bro. I definitely know that for sure. Use about 25 ounces from SD Bullion. That's pretty cool. I When I buy bulk like that, I buy from my LCS because he hooks me up at 50 cents over spot. So I just take advantage of that. Plus, I bring my metals home with me when I leave the LCS. So ultimately, it's a good relationship, and I love that relationship. No, Bob has been clean and sober today. So we'll see how well he holds that Kennedy. Oh yeah, I know, man. It's insane right now. Silver is definitely insane. No, big sad. I got that fingerprint on that proof, and it's starting to bother me. That's all I can see. There's a couple of different places, websites or apps you can go to. Um, the the Annex has a big old library as well. AAA, what's going on, my friend? A3 is not in Alaska, but AAA is in Alaska. Roger, I'm going to make you blue. You can go and pop in other people's channels, subscribe, do all that stuff, watch their videos. You're talking about silver prices, talking about buying 25 ounces. That's good enough for me to qualify as a stacker. So AAA, Bob's going to give me a big old piece of gold for the Gibby today, for the Gibby as well. He said it's a .68 nugget. A .68 nug to give up for the giveaway. That is fucking badass. That is badass. Some people are going to win some gold and some people are going to win some silver on Sunday. Donna, how are you? So yeah, we've got quite a bit of stuff to be giving away. Yeah, a .68 nugget. He sent me a picture of it a little bit ago. So yeah, you can send me a .68 nugget. You sent me that big swag pack down. I've got silver to give away. Curtis sent me some silver. Roger, I appreciate you. Make sure you comment on that video, the short video that I have for the subscriber. That way you qualify for Sunday. It's awesome, Donna. I appreciate that. So yeah, Nick, did you get that extra stuff I sent in Donna's package? Should have been just a separate envelope just for you, Nick. Okay. And Donna, you said you liked the cards, the Peanuts cards. A little birdie told me you liked Peanuts, so. A jolly little birdie. Yeah, man, congratulations, A3. Dude, 3 subs and as close as you were, it was not going to take a long time to get you there. Dude, I'm surprised it was such a slow burn for you. So, hey, Roger, let me tell you something. If you, let's just say, you only have one, you still have more silver than like 90% of households in the U.S. Right? But let's be clear, Roger. If we do get into a shit hits the fan situation, okay, people aren't going to want this. They're going to want food, and they're going to want seed, and they're going to want bullets. So, like I tell everybody in every stream, I stack 3 things. I stack 3 things, bro. I stack silver, gold, and brass. And my brass is all in casings, if that makes much sense to you. And I will tell you that if you're a stacker and or prepper, and I've said this multiple streams as well, make sure you're not a stacker and a prepper for the toughest guy on the block. Now, it sounds like you would be the toughest guy on the block based off of what you just said. So that's good. I will not be stacking or prepping for the toughest guy on the block either. The hardest part, of course, is... That's right. You never do know. Silver and blades for Nick. Yeah, I know, Nick. You got throwing stars and throwing knives, right? And that's just long enough to distract them, long enough for you to get to the gun. So, Roger, that's me in a nutshell, bro. Definitely prepper style. I feel you. I feel you. I got a bunch of dries and stuff too, you know, just in case shit actually does hit the fan. But even if the dollar was like went to shit tomorrow, let's just say the dollar goes to shit tomorrow, which is too fast of a timeline, right? I've already got reserves and things like that. I know where I'm going to take me and my kids off map and off grid. I already have all of those things ready to go for in case that situation does happen. Now, do I think that's going to happen anytime soon or at all? I hope not. And if it does happen, not anytime soon. LL, what's going on? I appreciate you. Yeah, you guys smash that thumbs up. Yeah, see, that's just it. I know people that live on rivers, that live up north, that are in rural areas, and I've done quite a few things, so I know how to set up stuff, right? So I can set up solar panels, I can set up all that other stuff. I grew up in the country, so how to chop wood, hunt, make a garden, do all that shit. So I could live in that sense if I really needed to. Oh, I know the G7's been taken over by BRICS. I'm already there, bro. I'm already there. And for people to downplay the BRICS as much as they do, it's actually kind of sad. Because if they were paying attention to anything, they would know that um, there's way more going on than what the news tells you and what the mainstream media tell you. There's a couple of so the G7 is a committee that's compiled of like seven countries that are rather larger, right? U.S., France, England, Germany, um, Canada is part of it. Trying to think of, I believe China is part of the G7 as well. Where would I stay in my state? Would I stay in my state? Um, yes, for one reason and one reason only. What's up, Rogue? Tim Ivans, what's going on? So, L, the reason I would stay in my state is I'm familiar with the countryside. Okay, I'm my kids would be close to their mother, who fortunately I would have to take with me, which I'm not super excited about, but that's neither here nor there. But I would stay in my state. And the reason for that is I've got places that I know that I can go to and still be off grid. Thanks, Broke. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Now, the BRICS, do you know what the BRICS are? Roger, do you know what the BRICS are? All right. The BRICS nations are countries. It's so it started off with Brazil, um, Russia. I believe it's Iran, China, and Korea were the five main BRIC countries. And ultimately, what they're doing is they're trying to create a precious metals backed currency other than the US dollar, because the US dollar is the main currency of the US. So they're trying to de-dollarize us in that sense. And the way they would end up doing that is they would end up putting or saying that they have this much gold and or silver in reserves that they can use. It's kind of like real estate backed REITs, because there's a property, right? So you say the property is worth that much. So what they would do is they would say they have this much net worth in gold and or silver, so their country is that rich, and they can trade within themselves back and forth using this currency other than the US dollar, which eliminates us playing and having a major factor in most world trade. Is it in a nutshell? There's a lot more to it, but that's it in a nutshell. Roger, the Bible speaks of end times multiple times, like the holy war that's been going on in Iran and Iraq for all these years. Now that it's Hamas and everybody else, it's all part of the same thing. But that war's been going on for years, and they've been talking about that going on for years. Of course, war should worry everybody, whether it's here or there, because eventually war still has its opportunity and chance to overflow onto us here, and that's why it's still scary. Because I'll be honest with you, I can tell you a lot of countries out there aren't very fond of the U.S. So, and, you know, all the political turmoil that we have and everything else going on, it's crazy. I'm not a politics guy, so I really don't like talking politics on my channel. But, yeah, the BRICS nations, the BRICS nations, they had like, that was when it started with, was like five. I forgot what the S was stood for. But there's a lot of them that are trying to join it now, and there's a lot of them that are involved and want to do it. Yeah, well, honestly, Roger, you know, it doesn't, it, like, you can see two sides of the same story just depending on what outlet you watch. What we need to do is stop killing people no matter what you believe in or what this or that is, and come together as a nation, which unfortunately we are too divided to do. So I can tell you that when George Jr. was faced with something like this, 9/11 happened, and that brought us together as a country. So I'm not saying that that's what's going to need to happen, but I could almost say that powers to be at the time probably saw a nation being divided and, depending on what your beliefs are, jumped on that because of what happened and made it so the nation did come together. I just hope that we don't have another situation like that a whole 24 years later just to make it so our country comes together as a nation. But what I can tell you is our national debt is beyond control, no matter what anybody thinks they can do about it. I can tell you that it doesn't matter how many tariffs you slap on a country, that we're paying it, and it's not the other country that pays it, because I see it every day when I order stuff at work. There's a tariff charge on every single thing I order now. So, you can believe what you want to believe. I'm living in the trenches and I'm experiencing it. So when somebody says the other country pays the tariffs, they're fucking retards, for starts. And second of all, for people to say that the tariffs aren't real, they're not going to fucking hit us, they're wrong, because I fucking experience that shit every single day when I'm at work ordering something. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Because I'm not French. I'm not for southern Italy. I'm not a descendant of Napoleon. So I'm not quite sure who you're talking to. But what I can tell you is that I don't like trolls. And if that's what your ultimate goal here is to troll, I have people that will just take care of that for me right on the spot. So the next statement you make will depend on whether or not you stay in my channel. Anywho, what's everybody up to tonight? Oh, I've been saying that I don't stack copper, Roger, but I can tell you that copper has like had 100% move. Like it's grading 100% over, like it's 100% full on what it is. The problem is it sells for so cheap that it's not on anybody's radar. You can only swear in Italian. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, A3. L, you're just relaxing? Are you at home? Just chilling? But copper, shiny metal that we undervalue quite a bit. More than actually. I think copper is probably, it's pretty undervalued. Bob took one to the chest. Nice. I don't sound Italian and I don't sound like I'm a descendant. Right on, Roger. My mother was Italian, but that person didn't know that. And I'm not a descendant of Napoleon, because my mom would have fucking said something, because she liked to claim shit that was very untrue. So if there was any chance of that happening, my mom would have been spouting it from the fucking rooftops. I, I know. I know. You don't tell a Sicilian they're Italian. I do know that. A lot of mobster movies will teach you that too. All right. So, Donna, you want to see the treasure chest? Let's look at the treasure chest. Fucking fucking Bob. Quit being a dick. Alright, now that Bob's been put into his place. The treasure chest, Donna. The treasure chest has gold in it. Just got my gold coins in it. And this is going to be my big 5,000 subscriber giveaway. This treasure chest. I'm going to fill it about 3/4 of the way with silver shot. So you're going to have silver in there. I'm going to have gold in there. This is a booty chest. Booty chest, Donna. Booty chest. Booty, 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 booty. Rocket everywhere. Booty, 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 booty. Rocket everywhere. Booty. Chest. So this piece of gold is going to be in there. And there's going to be some copper, raw copper pieces in there as well. So that will be my 1,000 subscriber big giveaway. Will be that booty chest filled with silver, gold, and copper. I came up with that a few nights ago. I thought that would be a good thing for my 1,000 subscriber. And I just checked, I'm at like 530 something, which is crazy. But yeah, so that's what's in the booty chest there. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. And make sure you guys are subscribing and liking on that video, because I just found out from B&B Prospecting, he is donating a 0.68 sized gold nugget for the giveaway. A 0.68 sized gold nugget. Over a half gram gold nugget being given away in the giveaway for my 500 subscriber. And that's coming from B&B Prospecting. He's a great guy. I didn't ask him. He just messaged me after his live today, and he's like, "Humble, I'm going to put this up for your giveaway." So yeah, it is a nice hunk. If I could show you a picture, I would, but there is going to be a lot of stuff to be given away. I got a huge swag pack from AAA. I've got silver, I got gold. I've got a gold pay dirt coming from Creed, from Nine Fingers Mining, excuse me. A $20 Patreon membership coming from TO. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big giveaway. I'm giving away a Morgan. I'm giving away a Humble Stacker Bar. So somebody's going to be walking away with the 500 sub Humble Stacker Bar. Alright, A3. We'll see you later, bro. Now, I don't know if you guys saw the video that Cartier Silver put out earlier about his Morgan ring, but I would definitely check it out. That ring is insanely fucking badass. It is a nice ring. I'm actually jealous that the ring I have doesn't look like that one, but it's a completely different design and a completely different type of ring. But the ring that 3D Woodworks made for him is beautiful, you guys. It is amazing. It really is amazing. 3D Woodworks made his ring. He made MSJ's ring. He made my ring. I would check him out. It was amazing the work he did. You gotta check out the video when he shows it to you. Like I had it and I cracked it first because I asked him if he wanted me to show him and he said yes. So I opened the package and showed him and sent him a video. But that ring is beautiful, you guys. It is amazing. It's gorgeous. Like there's nothing I can't say. I can't say how nice it is because words escape me. That's how good the ring is. So make sure you stop by and check it out because it was worth it. And if you want to support a local channel and you want something like that, I would definitely hit them up. Give who your number, Nick? Cartier Silver. 3D Woodworks. So, Nick, let me ask you a question. Is Christmas right around the corner? Okay. So, Nick, what happens at Christmas time? What up, Ed Marsh? I'm trying to talk to Nick real quick. Nick, what happens at Christmas time? People buy shit for each other, right? That's what happens at Christmas time. People buy shit for each other. You give presents to everyone? Are you telling me you don't receive any presents ever, Nick? The point I'm trying to make here, Nick, is if Christmas is right around your presence is your presence is your present. I'll be honest with you, Ed Marsh, after the aneurysm, my presence is my present as well. After after knowing what could have happened to me and knowing what didn't happen to me, yeah, pretty blessed in that sense. What up, Woodsy? So yeah, knowing that I could have had a stroke and or died like most people that have an aneurysm did. Christmas is around the corner. People know you like certain things. So if you look to buy something for yourself, do it after the first of the year. Just in case you don't get something somebody else might want to get for you. That's all I'm saying. And I think you catch the gist of what I'm trying to tell you. Got this from Chad over at Not Today Satan, his Whatnot channel. Raspberry Hedgehog, what is going on, Danielle? How are you? Ironically enough, that's my sister's name, and that's why I remembered that was your name. Is it okay? I hope it's okay I call you that, but too late now. I didn't ask. I'm sorry. I should have asked. You love Christmas. It's all about the ho ho ho's. Oh, I'm sorry, Melody. I didn't realize that. But of course I didn't realize that because you hadn't told me that yet. But I will call you Melody. But I'll call you Raspberry. But that's your name. It's what you go by. So I have no problem with that. I just remember your email. So how was your school day today, Raspberry? Santa's Secret Dust. Yes, Santa's Secret Dust. It was also called Mother's Little Helper at one point too, just depending on which version of it you're looking for. Tiring? Yeah, I had the day off today, so I got a lot of stuff done. It was actually kind of cool. I cleaned up a lot, went and got some food for the weekend for the kiddos, make sure I had everything in order. So it was a good day. I can tell you I got 10 people in here and 15 likes, and I can't tell you how fucking badass that is. That is sick. That is sick. I'm so excited for this giveaway on Sunday, you guys. I don't think you realize how excited I am to give away silver and gold. I'm super excited. God, really excited. I can't wait for people to get their stuff. And actually, I have a plan. Um, so AAA sent me some iron-on stickers with the big AAA, um, the big AAA badge or shield that you would call it that is his logo, correct? So I'm going to send one of those with every single one of my giveaways because he sent me so many of them. So literally, you will be able to iron on this patch onto a t-shirt so you can make a AAA t-shirt for the price of the t-shirt and an iron. So I thought that was super cool. People are going to be able to make AAA t-shirts and have one without having to worry about buying it or having him send it or do anything else like that. You can just do it yourself. So, Raspberry, when I send out your swag pack, you're going to have one of those iron on patches as well. So, you, my friend, will be able to make a AAA t shirt without having to wait for it, which is super cool, right? Like, and AAA is the swag king, man. He sent me so much shit. I would have enough for 5 giveaways with just the stuff he sent me. That's how much stuff he sent me. Oh yeah, you can get a T-shirt off of Amazon for $5 too. I mean, literally, you can walk in the door of anywhere and buy just a blank T-shirt, go home, iron it on, and you got a AAA T-shirt. And I wear my AAA T-shirt every time I pan in my living room. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but every time I pan, I have my AAA T-shirt on. Perfect. So every time I pan for gold in my living room, I've got my AAA T-shirt going. If you watch the video collab that I did, the videos that I did with 3D Woodworks when we went out to Cape Disappointment, I had my AAA T-shirt on then as well. He actually joked about it and made a joke about it, but yeah, I wear my AAA shirt every time I pan for gold. I wear my MSJ shirt as well because I have an MSJ shirt from the swag pack he sent me, the very first swag pack I ever got. He literally sent me like 40 stickers, 2 poker chips, a t-shirt, magnets. Man, he loaded it up too. And that was right after he found out that uh, he saw that I was one of the founding members of MSJ's channel, like one of the very first people to jump on board when he was monetized. So when he saw that I was a founding member of his channel, he's like, dude, I'm gonna send you a swag pack, and I'm gonna send you every single piece of swag I have. Were his words, and then his next words were, and there's a lot, and sure as shit, there was a lot. That he sent me so much shit. It was crazy how much stuff he sent me. Thunder Games, what's up? Yeah, Tim. I mean, he sent me a lot of them. I think he sent me like 9 of them. He sent me ball caps, T-shirts, sticker swag packs. I mean, yeah, he sent me, dude. He sent me picks for guitars, guitar picks. And I don't know if you signed them or not, AAA. I think you did. Did you autograph the picks as well? See, yeah, you got autographed picks as well, guitar picks. I mean, he sent me so much stuff. He sent me a whole box of stuff. It's a big, heavy box, and all these, dude, they're polar bears and stuff. Awesome, awesome. I love that shit. Coasters. One, I think there's 10 iron-on patches here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I got 8 iron-on patches that I can count of right here. So everybody has the opportunity to have a AAA shirt out of all the giveaway stuff that I'm doing. Plus, I have 2 AAA shirts in the mix here. Ball caps, sick. I love the red one and the black one. They're both badass. They're black and red. Totally cool. Wolf figurines. This is sick. White wolves are sick, boy. And I love the polar bear. Like, he sent me a crap load of stuff, you guys. Little water buffalo action. You want to see the hats? Sure, I'll show you the hats. This is one of them. They're flat bills. Right? That's one of them. And here's the other one. This one's two-tone. And of course, you see his signature right there on the bill. What's going on, Neil? The black one, you can't sign the black, of course, but you can see he's got his signature right in the middle of the patch. Yeah, sick hats. Some t-shirts as well that are signed. They also say congratulations on them, right? Like, he sent me a shit ton of stuff to give away, you guys. So, like, yeah, it's gonna be epic. Those were your last two. Okay, you guys, just as a testament, that's how badass AAA is. He sent me his last two hats to give away. That's how badass AAA is, you guys. He gave me his last two hats for giveaways. How much more of a community that supports each other can you ask for? I mean, really. Can't ask for much more than that. Man's going to give up his last two hats so some poor schlub like me can give them to other people to thank him for being part of my group and to be part of my channel, you know? That's how badass he is. So you guys make sure you're subscribed to everybody. You're liking all their shit. Their Melody, I can't tell you how excited I am that you fell upon our community. I mean, you should be excited yourself, but I can't tell you how glad I am that you're part of it now because I'll be honest with you. There are so many great people here. Uh, I'll be honest with you. That's just because I've got so many people that are so willing to help me do what I need to do. And that's all that is. Like I said, I'm glad you fell upon it because you seem like a great person and a nice person, and I can't imagine you being part of a different community because of the type of person you are. You're like you're plug and play. You fit in perfect to this community, and I think that you will enjoy being part of this community, whether it be the prospecting community or the coin community. If you've noticed in my channel, you'll see both in my channel, and I pride myself on that I have both. Yeah, well, no, yeah, dude, I can't wait till I hit 1,000 either. Triple A3 Sky Warrior just hit 1,000, you guys. He's setting up his 1,000 sub giveaway, and he's looking like he's going to do something pretty big too. I did not, Raspberry, but you know what? I'm still on the hunt for you. And I know that Cartier Silver is on the hunt for you as well. And I found a really, really nice 80s coin the other day, but it was an 85. Who did who say? Are you talking to me, L? I don't remember what I was talking about. I said, oh, I was talking to Raspberry about Cartier Silver looking for 1983 coins for her because she was looking for 1983 coins because that's her birth year. And I was looking for some coins that I didn't have any 83s. I thought I did. But every time I look for a coin, oh, um, A3 Sky Warrior hit 1,000. And he's setting up his 1,000 giveaway right now. Oh, bro, I'm not quite there. Not quite there. So for me today and Marsh, Nick, all you guys, today was a sober one for Todd. There are things that Mr. Humble has to do in order to make things work for the kiddos when they're here, and unfortunately, my stuff will fall to the side if it needs to make sure that they have the things that they need, right? That's what any good parent does. So my wants got put off till next weekend. Now, could something happen over the weekend? Possibly, of course, but ultimately the kiddos come first on everything. That's funny that you say that. Did you see Tuli's video? Talking about how she never gambles, but she bought that box for $400 something, $450, and she won that ounce of platy. Did you see that? Yeah, right. She's like, I never win these things, but I won. So Raspberry got an 85 Prospector. One of my pocket rounds. I carry this in my pocket every day. I can imagine. But keep in mind, all my U.S. coins are foreign coins to you, Woodsy. And this one's from E1. This was made right after the Hunt brothers did what they did in 80. There was a silver shortage, and that's how they got up to $80. They bought all the physical. So then the U.S. government opened the doors. And then people made some rounds like this. But yes, and Marsh, Woodsy is from down under. Oh, well, that's cool. Fine, whatever, man. I figured that out after I saw Woodsy's comment to you after that. But yeah, Woodsy came and visited me over on Whatnot, and I think I sent him a whole bunch of foreign coins. They were domestic coins for me, but they're foreign coins for him. Yeah, we're all foreigners to you. I get it, Woodsy. I would love to visit Australia. What's up, Joseph Lopez? But yeah, was looking for some 83s. Couldn't find any though. I'm sure I have some. I just didn't go looking through all of my coins. Woodsy, don't threaten me, bro. Don't threaten me, man. I could be on the next flight. Yeah, I will. I have no problem cutting bait and getting the hell out of here for a few days, couple weeks, whatever. I would actually love. That would be refreshing, bro. That would be refreshing. Get out of the States for a few days. Fuck. Give me a second, you guys. I'll be right there. I'm looking for something. Motherfucker. Well, that just sucks. Night, Raspberry. Raspberry was born in '83. So no. Give me pretty much just about a tube of copper rounds. I don't stack these, I just acquire them. It just happens. Yeah, they've all been redistricted and relined and broken up and brought back together and all that other stuff. You're an '83 model too. I'm a '78 model. I'm more of a classic design. a 78. What's going on, Doug? Oh, for sure. Deep cam. I got a couple of regular just 78s here too. And that coin is just beautiful in comparison. Really is. Only thing that could be cooler is if that coin would be in something like this. The brown box? What are you talking about? I got it like that. I don't know if it came in a brown box or not. Actually, I got that. You're gonna die when you see what I got for that. I got these two things from a guy's room and whatnot for 4 spins of $7 a piece. Why do I have a Kansas City stacker? Or a Kansas stacker sticker? Because that's a stacker. The Kansas stacker. But for 44 bucks, I got these. He asked if I wanted this or if I wanted a Benji. Because they were both up for grabs. I took the Ike anyways. I already tested it. The Ike is not silver, Thunder. This Ike is not silver. If it was, it would say silver. It's just to prove. Not that one, but this one is. This one's silver. I don't have any Kansas stackers. I don't have any of his poker chips. But I got his sticker. I acquired a sticker in a swag pack from somebody else. And I didn't have it, so of course I'm going to put it up. It's a badass sticker. So you're saying this is 40% even though it doesn't say it is? I don't know, man. I don't know because if that's the same sense, then that would make this one silver, and it's not. You can tell it's clad, and this is a proof. As a matter of fact, I will rip this out of the thing just to see, but if I'm not mistaken, that's copper right there. That one might be silver. I don't know though. I didn't crack the case or anything. It's sealed, so I'd rather just leave it alone. But I thought it was clad on that one. And the bison Ikes are not all silver. I've had quite a few bison Ikes. I know the one that I just showed you is silver, but do aliens accept silver coins? I'm not quite sure, Tim. I don't think all of them are silver, but I do know they made some silver. But I do know that all the Ikes, if there are silver, there's none of them that are 90%. They're all 40. Bob doesn't accept silver, he just assumes it is his. Whose fingernails are well kept? Mine? Not really. Which one? Which Ike are you talking about, bro? The graded one or the one in the assay? Five Ikes are silver. San Francisco. Bro can't take a fingernail complaint to save his life. I mean silver. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there, Tim. My fingernails are not well kept. I work in the automotive industry, so I'm always dirty. If it's an S, it's silver. Okay. Could be an S. Were bullets ever made of silver? I'm assuming at one time or another there could have been some silver bullets that were made because people actually did believe in werewolves and vampires at one point. So I'm assuming that silver bullets were possibly made as well. Now, how well did silver bullet fly? Probably not very well. Now this is an S, a 76S. No, I know S equals San Francisco. I believe that's a D. 76 was the last year of the Silver Ike. Okay. You got me wondering now, though. I got to break out the scope really quick. This has an S mint mark and Marsh. Well, I'm not breaking it out of the case to weigh it. So I'll just have to believe you on that. This mint mark looks like an S and a D. It's really weird. It looks like an S under the scope, but it's so shiny with the light, it's really hard to read. No, 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 don't do what? Look at it under the scope? I have to say, this is probably one of the best $29 I ever spent on Amazon was getting this scope, though. Oh, I know that 78's a clad. I know the 78 has copper in it. You can see just from the edge right here. And this thing's falling out of the flip as well. '71 through 74 and 76. Okay. So the one I have in this case, this assay is a 71, so it should be silver then. And it is an S mint mark, so cool. 40% silver. 40% silver. But of the three, I think the 78 is probably my favorite one because it's my birth year, and I think it's the cleanest coin out of all three of them as well. I like that coin. It is super shiny. But yes, so the slabs, I have them tested every time. Also, I went checked the numbers on it as well. There's a picture of this actual coin on the website as well, showing you what it looks like, signature and everything else. So it was a good score for 44 bucks. That the silver Ike for 44 bucks. I'm down. That was a huge deal. Got this the other day. This cost me $11 in the guy's room for this spin. That was a good strike as well. Definitely a good score. Anytime you get an ounce of silver for back a spot, it's a good score. If it's a round or an ASC or whatever, it's still an ounce of silver. Silver, silver, gold's gold. There was no dollar coin from your birth year. Oh, I would imagine so. These things that I'm buying, I'm not buying it as an auction in Marsh. I'm buying them as the prize of a game. So I know that because I've done this before and I sell on whatnot. So you get something like this. You set up a game with 100 spots, $5 a spot, right? And you hope that you get your spots $5 every single time. So that's how you get something like this for $11. Is you're the one that got lucky on that spin, right? That's how you get that eagle for $25 in a guy's room. The first spin I spun, I got an envelope and I chose number 2 and it had the eagle in it. I spun 2 more times to try to get more envelopes to guarantee a better win, but I got the top prize on the first pull. I ran a blind wheel tonight on 3 separate spots over on Whatnot before I came over here. Actually, I turned off my Whatnot show and then came over here. Didn't even put my shit away. I ran a blind wheel on 3 separate spots. These were the prizes. This ounce of silver with a deck of Superman cards to come with it. Bam. Total score on the package there, right? $5 a spin. 50 spot wheel. Right? So this guy got this for a $5 spin. An ounce of silver, and a deck of Superman cards. His win. Woodsy, I actually had a bunch of stuff up today. I got this in a guy's room. I spent $62 total on his blind wheel, and that's how I got the idea to do it. He had 100 spots at $21 a spot. I won this on a 3% chance on his 100 spot wheel. I bought 3 spots. Number 7, number 21, and number 78. 78, of course, because it's my birth year. 7 and 21 because they're my lucky numbers. So yeah, got that for 62 bucks. It depends. Something like that, Tim is probably going to be, or Tima is probably going to be worth more to a collector that likes Elvis stuff more than a coin collector who would be looking for numismatic value. But it really depends. It could be a silver commemorative. It could be a couple of different things. I had this on the blind wheel today. On its own blind wheel. So somebody got this. And I had this on the wheel. So I had 3 separate breaks. So somebody got this 2020 MS-70 Eagle. The Superman coin, and the Morgan. Those are the 3 breaks I had today. So if you guys think about it, no info on what? Oh, on the Elvis coins. Yeah, total score. I was selling these to people though. I sold these 3 coins today. Minus fees, minus whatnot fees, 3 ounces of silver. I made $342. And then you look at your cost to put it back in, right? Considering I bought this for $11 in a whatnot game. I got this for a $7 spin in a whatnot game. And I picked this up at the dollar store. But I picked this up right here. I got this for like a $22 spot spin in a guy's game. So, less than $60 worth of metals, the profit that I made. So then you take what you purchased, right, and you got to replenish it. So another $120 out. So I made like $260 on whatnot today, selling 3 ounces of silver. Not a bad deal. So then I take that extra $200 that I made, and add my constitutional. I add my silver rounds. So it's a way for me to fund my stacking without tearing into my stacking. 8%, L. They take 8%. It's for some, it's not for others, and Marsh. Well, let me ask you a question. If you had the opportunity, would you buy this eagle for $62? Okay. Well, in order to get this for $62, I had to do it on Whatnot. I paid 25 for this. You run the numbers on NGC website right now. There's a 500. This is $500. I get it. I get it. But that's where you have to. I mean, look, man. When you cross the street, you take a chance. When you get in your car, you take a chance. I get it, bro. I get it. But listen, so like that was the top hit. Other hits, so like this room right here, this guy. Okay, I spent $25 in this guy's room. I got a peace dollar. I got a half ounce round. I got two tenth rounds, two silver dimes, and this for $25. I spent $25. I walked out with it with an American Gold Eagle, a $5 1/10 round, a peace dollar, a half ounce silver, two tenths silvers, and two mercs for $25. I sold. So listen, the other night I had a Britannia, a 1/10 ounce Britannia in a game. Okay, 1/10 ounce Britannia. I had it set up for a blind wheel at $10 a spot with 100 spots. So at the end of the day, I should have had with that one coin alone $1,000. I should have cleared $1,000 in sales, but it didn't work out that well. So there's always a chance. As a seller, you take a chance as well for something to hit early and for somebody to win like I've won with that and that in another room. So I had that set up and it went on the 15th spin. 1-5. That was a hard hit to take. But it's a business. Let me tell you something. It depends on the rooms you're in. So, like, I go into specific rooms that I've built a rapport with those people. So, like, Nick here. Nick is a whatnot transplant that came over because I met Nick in a room. In this guy's room, so there is a guy there. His room was not, it was called Not Today's Satan, is his room's called, is his room's name. Okay, the guy who runs it, his name is Chad. Okay, I popped over to Chad's game one time and I saw what he had going on. And as a seller at Whatnot, there's a couple of things that you have to, there's thresholds. So, like, you get your subscriber count, things like that on YouTube, right? Well, on Whatnot, you have to get to 1,000 sales, 1,000 individual items sold under your belt in order for you to get what is considered an instant cash payout. Meaning, the minute you sell something, after my stream is done, I can print the label and I get those funds accessible to me. Okay? That sucks, Woodsy. So, At 1,000 sales, those funds are accessible to me. I spent a few minutes in Chad's room buying in his game, listening to the way he talked to people, seeing what he had going on, and just kind of talking to him and getting to know him. Well, what I did was somebody helped sponsor me to get to the 1,000 sales mark. Okay, somebody helped me get to that 1,000 sales mark. Not $1,000 in sales, but one sale number 1,000. Somebody helped me get there. The way they helped me get there is they showed me how to do it, and they sponsored my channel, meaning they had their people in their channel, went over to mine, and whoever bought the most amount of stickers, for instance, I was selling stickers in order to get there. Whoever bought the most amount of stickers won 1 gram of gold. So whoever went over to my channel and bought the most stickers, when they went back over to this other guy's channel, he literally sent them 1 gram of gold. He also did a giveaway when I got to 1,000 in sales. That when that happened, everybody went over to his channel and he did a giveaway for a 1 gram gold piece again. So he gave away 2 grams of gold to help me get to an additional 368 sales. So what I did was I paid it forward. I helped Chad do the same thing in his room. Okay? So what I did was I sponsored Chad. I said, hey, Chad, let's get you to 1,000 sales. He said, hey, TH, how are we going to do that? I said, this is what we're going to do. Set it up exactly the same way, but I'm not rich enough to give away a gram of gold. So I gave away 2 separate 1 ounce pieces, both graded, both really nice pieces. The 2 people that won those 2 pieces are actually in chat right now. It's Nick and Donna. Those are the 2 people that won those 2 1 ounce pieces. Nick got himself a Teddy Roosevelt sealed. It was actually sealed in the case. Hey Goomba, what's up? Sealed in the case with the plastic around the outside, serial number on it. Nick opened it and then sent me a picture of it. So he got himself a beautiful Teddy Roosevelt, like Rough Rider 1 ounce coin. Donna got herself, I believe it was an MS-69 Eagle, Donna, is what Donna got. So I promoted Chad to get to 1,000 sales. Chad got to that 1,000 sales by me helping him out a little bit. So you will find that there are people just like the Whatnot, or just like the YouTube community over at Whatnot. There's people that care about people, small streamers, things like that. It's very similar. It really is. It really is. You know, when somebody comes over to my channel and wins big, it's just part of a payoff because I went into another guy's channel and I won big. Another guy's small channel and won big. So I was able to sponsor Chad, get him to 1,000 sales. Now I can tell you that anytime I'm in my room, if Chad ever pops in, I tell people in my chat to follow Chad because he has a great room, just like I do. And I can tell you that Chad does the same thing in his room. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, I was in Chad's room. Yesterday, I had, before I had other money coming in, I have a separate Whatnot account that has funds in it, and I use that account just for Whatnot. So, I had $11 in my Whatnot account that I could swipe. I waited my turn till I felt the moment was right, and I swiped in Chad's room. Watched my $11 go away. Then I watched the randomizer spin, and I watched it say envelope number 3. I had a chance at a 2-ounce round, a handful of ASEs, and a handful of half-ouncers. Do the math, guys. I spent $11 and I hit an envelope. Guaranteed win of a minimum of a half-ounce of silver. I walked out with a half-ounce of silver. Also, he had a giveaway. And I happened to win the giveaway. And that was for a 1/4 ounce of silver. Now, good streamers on Whatnot, they will give stuff away if they're having a good show. Like I did a giveaway tonight. Actually, I did a couple of them. I gave away a couple of 1/10 ounce rounds. As giveaways tonight. Minus the silver cost, I cleared what, $260? We'll just say $220 conservatively because of how insane silver's pricing is right now. So I cleared $220. You throw away a couple of 1/10 ounce rounds, which, like, really, I don't stack fractional silver like this. Anytime I have fractional silver like that, or fractional silver like this, 1 gram Valcamis, this is Whatnot food. This is just Whatnot food. Giveaways that I can give somebody because they played hard in my room. Things that I can use to juice their package because they hit a bunch of floors and they didn't hit anything big. So throw them a couple ounces or a couple of silver. Do things like that to keep them happy. To keep them, when people come into my room, I tell people, if you play hard in my room, I reward you. Ask Nick. Ask Donna. They've both been in my Whatnot room. Ask Woodsy. Woodsy was over in my Whatnot room the other day, a couple weeks ago. Woodsy's been over visiting me. Good night, Al. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. So yeah, this is Whatnot food. Whatnot tidbits for people. I always give more than people win, especially if you play in my room and you're loyal. I tell people in every stream I reward loyalty, because I do. I take care of people when they play hard, especially when they get a bunch of floors. I don't know. Don't know. That's all higher than my pay grade. As long as I can go in and make my money and do what I need to do. Hopefully you got more than you thought you were going to get, Woodsy. I hope their package was good enough. I'm almost feeling like I need to send you something extra. Now, I will tell you, I do juice packages. Juicing is illegal. But the way I get around that is I tell people, hey, I'm a messy person. Look at this. Look, I'm messy. Okay? I got coins and crap everywhere. When I'm loading up packages, I tell people, hey, I'm messy and shit falls in there. I don't mean for it to fall in there, but it does. Now, am I lying on the fact that I tell you I don't mean for it to fall in there? Of course. Of course, I mean for it to fall in there because I want people to have something for their money. Like tonight's game. One big win, right? One big win. All the floors, AU pennies. Now, Donna and Nick and Woodsy, they don't get a crap ton of floors. I don't do that to people. I upgrade people. So if you win 20 pennies, which is garbage, you get a 1 ounce round, or where I juice you up. Throw in a 1 ounce round and throw in a couple of grams of silver. That way you're not stuck with 20 cents worth of pennies for 60 bucks. That's not fair at all. But if you give them something a little more substantial, right, it makes the pain, make it a little less painful for when they actually do lose and they don't do as well as they should. Helps keep them happy, helps me keep my reviews up, and people come back because I take care of them. There's rooms that could give a shit less about whether or not you played hard. There's rooms that could care less about whether or not you're back for a second run, or whether or not you've earned coupons, or do anything else like that. They don't give a shit about that. They're too big to care. I've never ran a race on YouTube. I was invited on to MLZB and Cash Money once, but it never panned out. We never ended up getting together. But I've never ran anything on Whatnot or on a YouTube. Not like that. Anything I've ever given away on YouTube or sold on YouTube has all been through YouTube, but all of everything I do, giveaway wise, is all sponsored by me. None of it's sponsored by YouTube. You should look again, Woodsy, because I always juice your stuff. I know I sent you graded coins that you didn't win. I always take care of Woodsy. I sent you a lot of stuff. I sent you a shit ton of V nickels, and you got a bunch of buffaloes. I know I sent you a bunch of stuff that wasn't normally on the run. And that just goes to show that, listen, if I get YouTubers that come over, you're gonna get taken care of better than any whatnotter. I just take care of people the best that I can. I take care of them the way I would hope that I would be taken care of. Now, does it mess with my dollar cost and everything? So yeah, so let's say 260 is what I said I cleared. That's why I dropped it to about 220 because of the fluctuation of silver and all the extra bullshit that I throw in. But it keeps people happy. I made a decent amount of money on 3 ounces of silver today. How can I complain about that? How can I not throw a little extra here and there? Plus, man, it helps me sleep at night. It really does. I didn't sleep very well after I lost that 1/10 ounce on the 15th spin. I think it's cool to watch what people are stacking. It's always good knowledge for me to understand what somebody is willing to pay for. I know Woodsy is a stacker, but Woodsy's more of a stack collector, if you think about it. He falls more into that stack collector category, in my opinion. Now, Woodsy, you could argue with me if you wanted to, but I would believe, based on the pieces that I've seen you pick up, Woodsy, you're a collector, a stack collector, because you stack silver, but you pay higher premiums for a lot of the stuff that you pick up, which is more of a collector status, but you're still adding. Yeah, you stack, but you like to stack pretty stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I don't care if it's pretty or not, as long as it, you know, tests out. It's an ounce of silver. I'm down. And I love toners. I really do. So if anybody who knows me, they know I love toners. I love toners. No, I'm not saying you're just a collector, Wizzy. That's why I'm saying you're a stack collector because you do stack. But there are things that you pay on a premium that I don't. For instance, I don't like to spend extra money on a premium just because it's a coin that I like. I have. I paid a premium for this one. I paid 55 for this ounce of silver. Most I've ever paid for any ounce of silver ever. And you guys, when I'm on Whatnot and I'm buying, I have a strategy. If I'm playing on a game, I don't end up bidding more than what the bottom dollar is for whatever the top prize is. So let's say it's a gram of gold. I don't end up spending more than $130 in that room trying to chase that gram of gold. Because at that point, it doesn't matter if you win or not, you're still losing. Yeah, so everything that I'm doing right now, it's all a matter of stacking for my future. I'm 10 to 15 years out, 15 to 20 years out on my timeline. But I've hit my stacking goals for this year. I hit them 2 months ago, actually, ironically enough. And my goals were fairly aggressive. I thought that was pretty high, but honestly, next year my goals will be even more aggressive than they are this year. Depending on what the price of spot does, of course. But I've picked up way more than I thought I was going to this year for sure.